But looks like we're getting ready to get into this first match. And our first map going to be Dragonshire.
Dragonshire, the classic Heroes of the Storm map. You have 3 lanes, you spread out. There are 2 shrines, one at the top, the Sun Shrine, one at the bottom, the Moon Shrine. You can control both those shrines, and if you do, you can send, well, one of the players will send a hero over to the Dragon Knight. If they're able to get it in time without the shrines being captured or the animation being interrupted, you become the Dragon Knight.
And Dragon Knight is pretty powerful, I would say. He's got a huge health pool.
Would you
limited
say?
amount. Yeah, I would say that.
Look
at that.
I
Does that
would
not look so
venture
scary?
that looks pretty. Oh, no, I would absolutely say you got to get the Dragon Knight to win on this map, man. And
yeah, it's really powerful. And like very late game, if
Yeah.
you get the Dragon Knight, I'm talking like players are level 20 and stuff, and it's like over 20 minutes in. If you
Yeah.
get that Dragon Knight, you just basically right-click on the core. It kills things so fast.
By the way, there are 5 mercenary camps on this map. So we have the Bruiser camps at the upper left, upper right, and I guess you could say just a little bit below the mid lane, the Siege Giants.
And down in the bottom middle, the kind of in the middle of the map Bruiser camp, where you
Bottom
sometimes
center.
see a fight.
Yeah, and you will oftentimes see skirmishes there. Bottom lane, most important on this map. Middle lane, almost as important as bottom lane. And then top lane, probably the least important because of the bridges. It's harder to push down there. The only reason why bottom lane might have a little bit more importance is just because there's an extra Bruiser camp that's it's a shared territory.
Sure.
So getting that's pretty good. We're already going, man, we're going right into this. Okay, so the band's here. Zeratul band and Abathur band.
All right. Well, Abathur being taken out of there, that's definitely a hero that MRR likes a lot. Zeratul, he's banned about 80% of the time in Korea.
Yeah.
So no big surprise. In a first pick Uther, every region is up to this at this point, where Uther is like, he is such a game swinger. That Divine Shield is just madness.
And he's such a versatile hero as well, with the ability to stun and do all this other different stuff. It's pretty crazy. Now we have a Leoric and a Sonya right away
Beautiful.
here for MRR. Cool.
Brilliant. This is how the meta has changed recently. Leoric considered the best tank, but Sonya's good against him. And in fact, Sonya has the highest win rate of any hero in Korea right now for Super League. Like, it's insane, like over 70% or something. It's way above anyone else. So to pick them both up, this is a super powerful set of picks here from MRR.
And now we have the Johanna-Jaina combo here coming up. And that's been around for a while. We see those 2 heroes picked fairly often together. The 2 beautiful blonde heroes of the game.
Yes, indeed.
They are very good, though. In all
Team
seriousness.
Blue Eyes over here on the
Team
right.
Blue Eyes, yes. Now we're going to go to the bands, the next phase of the bands. MRR already coming in here with a plan with that Leoric Sonya combo. So let's see what else they can try to eliminate to make DK's job a little bit more difficult. And it's going to be Muradin, which I actually like that band.
Yeah, he's
I think that's smart.
Maybe not quite as used in the other regions as much, but he's one of the very highest win rates in Korea as well. Really, the Warriors are the heroes that you see huge win rate differentials in the Korean League.
Yeah. Team DK now with the final ban. We're going to see that momentarily. I'm trying to figure out what this could possibly be. Could we have a Zagara ban here, maybe?
Yeah, it definitely could be a
Zagara's
Zagara ban.
not bad on this map.
They could take out like a... Well, I mean, there's 2 really good ranged assassins left. It could be Zagara. I think that's a really good call. And it could be maybe a healer if they think there's a healer MRR really wants to grab.
A lot of deliberation here.
Yeah.
I mean, they still have plenty of time to make this decision, but you can see they haven't thought of anything just yet.
Indeed. Using up quite a bit of this time bank. But this is really important. This is going to, you know, already we have the double warrior over on MRR's side, so there's a lot to take into consideration.
Yeah, what exactly is it going to be? Still waiting here. This may be the most important decision right now for Team DK, since they did get the, Tyrael.
Cool.
Tyrael regarded as very high tier in the Korean scene. Now it's back to MRR. Now they don't have any support just yet. We could assume it will probably be Malfurion or Rhaegar.
Yeah, most likely, though. Karazim has seen a bit of a boost in power and a bit of right wing here and there. So, I mean,
yeah,
I think you're right, though. Like, Rhaegar or Malfurion is definitely much more likely than those 2.
And we'll see if they take that right away. Obviously, there's no more bans here. And a Vala pick is fine as well. Vala, just a very strong hero, has always been strong in Heroes of the Storm. Could deal so much damage. So MRR now with that last pick before Team DK closes out their lineup. If there's anything they're going to hide, MRR has to be very careful about this pick because DK has their final response in a second here.
Yeah, if they pick a healer, that's because they're trying to hide it or use it as a counter pick there at the end. And if they just take a damage, that's fine because obviously no second healer will be picked up by Team DK.
Team DK still waiting here on MRR to actually take this pick. MRR really running down the clock. I respect that. I think you really need to think this out. Yeah. This is half the game right here, guys, is setting the team up and countering whatever they have, because no matter how good you are, if they just get the better composition, you're going to have a real struggle.
Yeah.
You're going to be a struggle nerd, Joseph.
Absolutely. Oh, Sylvanas.
Sylvanas, cool.
I'm not too surprised. MRR really does like to grab Sylvanas to help push those lanes down.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't, though?
Yeah, but of course.
It's a cool pick.
Team DK now with their final 2 picks. What's it going to be here?
Well, it's very interesting. Like,
we're going to have to get at least one more warrior here, yeah, I would say.
I think they need more
stuns, too. It's going to be an Arthas play.
Oh, it definitely could be. Yeah, I think Arthas is a great pick. But
Zagara?
Zagara.
And that's not a surprise either. Zagara just very strong.
Yeah. Definitely helps on Dragonite. You can put her up in that top lane and just solo.
They could also get a Nubarok, actually, as well.
Oh, that's a good point, too. And it is going to be Arthas.
Arthas, okay.
I did like that idea. Arthas can do totally fine against Sonya and Leoric. Definitely one of these high damage tanks that can have a lot of sustain later game, too.
And MRR now going to close the lineup out. What exactly is it going to be?
Well, it has to be a healer, but which healer? Mouth.
Mouth.
Good call there, Tasteless.
Mouthy.
Good old Malfurion. A lot of sustain with him.
Maximus.
Malphamus Maximus.
Malphamus Maximus.
That's what they call him,
Friends,
actually.
yes.
That's what they call him in Rome. Well.
All right, we're going to go very shortly here into game number 1. Remember, it is a best of 5. Only one best of 5 today. I think this is always a good amount of esports, too.
Yeah.
One solid best of 5.
Indeed.
2 great teams. Again, the map is Dragonshire. And the winner of this best of 5 is that much closer to moving on to the finals here.
All right, well, we're going to get into it, guys. Dragonshire is the map. Get out there, let your friends know the Super League is on here on OGN.
And the game has loaded up, so let's do this. Team DK against MRR, also known as...
All right, here we go. We have DK in the blue on the left and MRR on the right in the red. And I got to ask you, Tasteless, we didn't actually discuss which draft did you like better? Who do you think won out there? Which one do you prefer?
I think Team DK does. I think it's just a more well-rounded, good team. I think it's cool that we have the Sonya Leoric on MRR.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that's actually going to do well. I mean, what Team DK is doing is pretty basic and good, right?
Yeah.
So...
yeah, I find it pretty hard to say exactly how this one will end up going, but I don't know. I'm excited about the lineup of MRR. I haven't seen a composition quite like this. You know, normally you see one side getting Sonya and the other side getting Leoric.
Yeah,
and they kind of do battle, and to have them both on the same side, let's see how it goes.
Okay, we have the roaming comp here for Team DK going from mid to bot, over and over again. And we have Sonya actually just soloing in the mid lane here, which you can do fairly easily.
That's right. And no big surprise at all to see up at the top Leoric versus Zagara. That was exactly as expected. Leoric going to generally take the solo lane on this map, and Zagara as well.
It's actually kind of funny. When you see the Jaina Arthas combo, they cleaned this out so fast. As Johanna too, they bring him there, drop the Blizzard if they want, and Arthas activates his E and just wipes everything out.
Yeah, they've got a great roam going on right now between these two lanes, really kind of controlling that, and that forces MRR to stay back a bit. They can't go into that middle area because they might just die.
All right, here we go again. The Johanna combo, the Blizzard comes down. Everything just dies so fast. That's why they can do this. They can actually clear that so quickly. It's kind of funny.
It's draining ammo from their opponents. You know, their opponents are getting all of the experience, sure, But a lot of the waves are making it to the wall, which is taking quite a few bullets out. So that's kind of a nice thing.
Looks like Zagara, actually, no, excuse me, Uther, I believe was at the bottom. Actually mentioned tonight that Zagara sniper getting pretty low. Oh, and flying over the wall, Zagara getting wrecked there.
Nice rotation up there by Sonya. Definitely a little bit of an overextension by Sniper there. So definitely has to watch out for that. Like DK is controlling the bottom 2 lanes, but that top one, that's not one that the rest of their team is going up. So Zagara has to stay a bit more back. I believe
they actually have Jaina holding the top lane for the time being. Jaina not going to do very well against Leoric, so she's going to now rotate down as Zagara does get back over there. Oh, good rooting there.
Yeah. They're trying to take this right now, but we do have
Arthas.
SC and Jaehyun trying to block it off. Arthas getting in there and poking.
And this has been a great delay so far here by Team DK. Zagara coming up now, taking that shrine back, denying them control. Leoric will have to move up just a little bit to take that shrine again.
Yeah, that was, at least they bought the time for Zagara to take that top shrine, but definitely, Sniper's overextension, making that a little bit tricky for a moment.
And now we have Arthas coming down here, just taking this, or attempting to take this shrine again, I should say. Wow, you can really see how much damage that combo of Vala and Sonya can deal.
Oh, certainly.
So MRR really with a little bit more muscle here in the early game, just not quite able. Uh-oh, she's going to...
she's going to get it. Yeah. That's it. The first Dragon Knight goes to MRR. Very nice job right there. And if I ever see another Dragon Knight try to kick Johanna, I'm like, come on, guys. Like, she just shields up every time. But really nice play there by MRR.
Now you can see Dragon Knight into control here for MRR. They're going to try to push in these lanes. It's very important that you economize the amount of time that you have the Dragon Knight. Don't overextend like everybody that I solo queue with on the ladder does, where they just run in there. We lose a Dragon Knight in about 10 seconds, and then
It is not only about killing off towers and stuff. You can force your opponents out of position with it. And I think it's important to maximize both the time and the health on it as well. Sometimes you see people that have it very high health at the very end of its life. It's like, well, hey, come on, go take some shots or something, Utilize his health. Let them waste damage on you right before you die.
You're totally right about never punting Johanna.
It just doesn't work.
It just doesn't actually do anything. So, not the most impactful Dragon Knight. I think it gave them a little bit more map presence, but as the game continues on here, we're going to have to really keep an eye on when level 10 actually appears, and that might be around the time the next Dragon Knight could be acquired. So, Johanna getting pretty low.
Johanna's so low right now. That Hungering Arrow almost finishing her off. And right now, Sonya actually does get blown up there by Arthas. Nice turn by DK.
Yeah, really nicely done there by DK. Johanna not even going back just yet to fully heal. And they're keeping that good rotation.
Yeah, that was...
that means that Team DK is almost caught up here. In fact, I guess you could say they have caught up now in experience.
Yeah, it's still very close, though, still anyone's game. And it looks like it's time to get some mercenary camps for DK. Going to go ahead, grab these Siege Giants. We'll see if anyone wants to take a Bruiser camp. I think Sonya's working towards there on MRR.
And the response here for MRR, just going to go... get as many of these camps as they can. They're actually going to be able to do it a little bit quicker. Sonya, by the way, is so good for jungling like this. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
She can fight, but she can just do her own thing.
Yeah, her sustain.
She can go be Gazlo or whatever on the map if she wants to.
Yeah, seriously.
Now we have a rotation down here. Oh, nice escape there by the Sylvanas.
Giants, but the Giants do go down immediately for both teams, really. But you know what? We do have the middle with the top with that Bruiser camp that they got in the middle area. So that's something that DK didn't end up doing. They could do it now, though. They still have 25 seconds till the next Dragon Shrine.
And we're going to have a cleanup on the bottom Merc camp. That's the only shared mercenary camp on the map, so getting that's a pretty big deal. That's going to give MRR a little bit more push potential here. And that is going to be it. They capture it just then.
Indeed. Well, this is very nice for MRR. I think they're doing a great job, and this is definitely something that we should have mentioned about the composition they chose. It's fantastic at taking out mercenary camps, and mercenary camps definitely a big part of this map.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing just here. By the way, Dragon Knight may be in the possession here of MRR again.
Well, that would be pretty huge, actually. It looks like, though, Noblesse is going to be able to hold us off for a little bit. Not that long, though, really. Okay,
Yeah,
finally they
done.
do capture that bottom one with Arthas.
Good job by that Johanna economizing the abilities of her for just enough time, like using the condemn first and backing up, then getting the spray in there.
Oh, a huge amount of damage going down on Sylvanas, and she just explodes right there. That was really well done with the stuns and the root.
Yeah, really nicely done. Very impressive play there. Keeping that 4-man rotation up, down there to keep control in this game. Sniper right now doing a decent job here. I mean, one thing about Zagara up here against this Leoric is although Zagara has a harder time engaging Leoric, you can get a lot of creep tumors planted, which means it's pretty tough for them to ever sneak this this shrine ever.
Yeah, totally. And actually, Sniper is doing something kind of interesting with Zagara that I do want to mention as these teams are up at level 11 at this point. Actually, battle momentum on level 7 for Zagara.
Oh, look at that,
We normally see the creep tumor one that makes it like just spread further and go faster and stuff. But to see battle momentum, which is going to allow her to get those cooldowns a little bit quicker on her abilities, that's kind of neat. Don't normally see that with Zagara at the professional level.
Yeah, let's see if this becomes more of a trend here.
Yeah.
By the way, another mercenary camp is getting taken here for Team DK, as it's very important to just the moment that those respawn take them. Still no Dragonite just yet, as it's only been MRR that's had the first Dragonite, and that was probably one of the least impactful Dragonites you'll see here. Not that they did poorly with it, but they were just very conservative.
You know, a lot of these early map objectives don't matter as much. Like if you get the first turn in on Blackheart's Bay or the first Dragonite here, you know, a lot of those are not quite as impactful, you know, as later on. They're just kind of like a little bit weaker in that early game. So not a huge deal, as you can see. In fact, Team DK even has a slight lead in experience right now.
Yeah, they do, just a little bit. Noblesse now capturing the shrine. This is the opportunity right now for Team DK to actually try to come in here and actually get the Dragonite. It's not going to be easy, though.
Yeah, looks like they will be able to go ahead and deny SC from grabbing that. Dami, of course, grabbing that top shrine. Zagara going to be able to easily walk over and take it again, though.
I do like how they put Jaina in the middle lane for a good amount of that time, because Jaina can poke so well with Blizzard and Frostbolt, just to make sure that nobody can get the Dragonite when it is under control of that opposing team.
Yeah, definitely a good point there. Now, we do have Sonya actually grabbing another siege camp here. You know, as this takes longer and longer. Oh, nice blow up right there on Sylvanas. Maybe a little bit of an overextension.
Sylvanas getting nuked right there.
Yeah, like Sylvanas can be great for like even solo laning at times, but you can't keep her around Zagara for too long, man. She'll take too much damage.
Whoa, nice actually coming in there. That was such a good play there by Team DK.
And wow, beautiful Divine Shield going down here on Johanna. Noblesse somehow still alive despite almost dying there for a long time.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Seriously, look at
that.
That
was so sick. What?
I can't even, out of nowhere, Team DK takes a huge team fight.
Man, they just wrecked him.
Yeah, that was really
completely shut down. And now SC, how fitting, in the Dragon Knight. This guy ranked #1 is coming in now and going to destroy these towers. And it's only 2 heroes in the game right now. And Leoric is all the way at the top, just trying to get some control of what's going on up there.
Dude, that was just crazy. It was such a great turn with the root there that they did, because Johanna was about to explode, but then Johanna coming back with Divine Shield to pull everyone. Just absolutely an insane team fight out of DK.
Yeah, and this is just completely brilliant. I gotta say, man, that attack back there was so coordinated and beautiful. And you know, remember, Noblesse had almost no HP there on that Johanna, but they were like, nope, we can do it just perfectly like this, and we'll win.
Well, that shows you how Uther can just turn team fights on their head with that Divine Shield, keeping her alive for that extra amount of time.
And then, of course, the Devouring Maw was so good back there.
Yeah. Well, right now, it looks like they are going to go ahead and get this bottom fort. This is going to be the first fort kill of the game, so really well done here by Team DK. Even have a Giant still in this lane.
Yeah, that's true. And they're going to rotate up here. The Dragonite's still in the game, and this is going like perfectly right now for Team DK.
Yeah.
As Team DK has only lost 1 hero, correct? This whole game. Zagara died at the start.
Oh, okay.
But that's it.
Well, you know, they're doing a great job of things for sure. And look at this, even stealing their opponent's bruiser camp. This is a great move because they're on level 16 against 14, and they had eyes on where Leoric was at the bottom. So as 5, that was going to be an easy steal. And that's really frustrating and annoying for MRR to have to deal with.
And now we have a rotation downward here for Team DK. Leoric is in behind. I don't know if this is going to be a good position, though. I think New York actually could get punished, potentially. And you see them coming up here now. Nice heal there by Malfurion, but is that actually going to be enough?
So you will back up for the time being. Team DK poking in the center area, staying as 5. Still no level 16 talents here for MRR, so they are very hesitant to actually engage.
Yeah, and this Sport is going to go down easy peasy over here in the mid lane.
And that's a huge kill, of course, getting that 4 out of there. That means the next Dragon Knight can push into that keep wall quite easily.
Very true. Looks like New York just barely got out there, but also SC doing a great job here just cleaning up these lanes. All these lanes have been pushed pretty effectively.
Yeah, a very good job indeed. The Bruiser camp over here coming down for DK. Finally, MRR going to go ahead, take their Giants, and hit level 16 in just a second here. So they have caught up on that talent tier, and they're pretty good from now, as long as 20 isn't reached by DK first.
Yeah, that's true. And now we have a full-on engage here. I think a bit of lack of coordination there by MRR.
A little bit.
Not totally sure what their plan was there.
It seemed like they wanted to go in, and DK's like, nope, we'll stand near these towers for the time being. Thank you very much.
And now pushing forward here. Looks like Uther might go for the stun here, right when Leoric is done.
Yeah, Duck could be in some trouble right now. We have Malfurion getting absolutely devastated there. Great team fight
really
once
nicely
again.
done.
Yeah, DK really does excel. We've seen this in multiple matches of theirs where as that team fight starts, their micro is really quite spot on. They're targeting the right heroes at the right time.
And as you can see, it's actually bottom trying to control right now, excuse me, of Team DK. I believe Arthas is going to come up here, but this might be another situation.
Yeah.
I think Arthas is going to get killed.
I think you're right about that. Like, if they all go up there right now, they can get him, but
what's funny is I don't think they were aware that he was actually there, but Arthas was like way in a bad spot had they taken that. And now
for a moment he was alone with three heroes right below him, but I guess it worked out. And right now actually we do have a stun going down there on Sylvanas, a second stun as well. Leoric being blown up.
So nicely done. And Zagar now Sniper going to take the Dragon Knight and push forward here. Well, and I don't believe they're going to go to the top lane. I think they are just going to push into the middle lane, as you were saying here, Artosis.
I could definitely see them rotating up there at some point just for the experience and pushing that lane back a little bit further. But this is a more important area. A lot of experience in these towers and definitely opening up a quicker lane to victory.
Okay, as they continue to come forward here. Got to be careful not to overextend too much with the Dragon Knight, but they've already completely torn down the wall.
That's a pretty big deal. Continuing to go into this hero fight right now, but it looks like Sniper going to be taken out pretty early
here. They may go for
a
team fight actually as Sniper comes out. I think they might want to go for the Maw.
Looks like we have a wonderful Wailing Arrow right there, but he did kick Malfurion out, so a little bit scary here for MRR. Vala taking a lot of damage, just getting out of the way, blowing up Johanna as well.
And we have another takedown there on that Leoric. And with Zagar out here, there it is. The Devouring Maw, that's what I was saying. Once Dragon Knight is taken out, they can actually go for the trap there, and this is going to nuke everybody inside.
That was so well done. Sniper with that perfect Maw, as you said. And though they did lose Johanna to Vala a little bit earlier in that battle, still DK taking control there and getting those level 20s.
Yeah, I mean, they're so coordinated with those attacks. They're now rotating up here, and this is going to be an easy kill. They really can't, this can't be contested, right?
No.
They just come right up here, dish out the damage on the last fort remaining. And keep in mind, guys, all of Team DK's structures are alive.
Yeah, that's a pretty big
deal. We really haven't had
this
lanes pushed in at all.
This is pretty one-sided.
I think they might still have all their towers and the bullets inside of them. So I just got to say, this is so far looking very one-sided, and like DK is from a completely different league here.
It is looking that way, and your prediction's looking better and better here, and I'm feeling dumber and dumber. But
it's okay, Artosis.
you know, MRR, definitely, they're not out of this yet, okay? If they can hit that level 20 without losing any keeps, I think that there's still a decent chance. But they're going to have to take a team fight, and they haven't been able to do that, not even close.
And here's something to keep in mind. Well, no, I think they would have to take, like, also not just a team fight, but, like, 2 team fights, I think, at least. Yeah.
But
like,
the first one leads into the second, right? Like, they can start putting a lot of pressure on, maybe get them out of position after that.
Get the mercenary camps if they're available. By the way, Dragon, what are we going to call this when we cast this? What? The shrines are going to activate in 10 seconds. So that's
the shrines on the Shire of the Dragon will activate. Well, right now they are actually pushing into this bottom keep. This is something that MRR desperately does not want to lose, but with those Siege Giants here, it's really, really tough.
Yeah.
The Siege Giants adding a lot of damage into this. Sylvanas locking them down for the time being, and now we do have them pushing forward. MRR deciding they have to push forward here or they will lose that keep.
Arthas pretty low here. It looks like Arthas does still have his heroic available. They do decide to full-on engage. And so now rotation up here. It looks like Zagara might actually end up taking the bottom shrine.
Looks like Zagara actually going to go down to that Bruiser camp.
Oh,
Jaina
yeah,
going to go down and take the shrine as well. They're just doing kind of everything right now.
Yeah.
We need a decisive play out of MRR, but they're just sitting back and clearing lanes.
Yeah, I mean, really, Team DK taking MRR by the throat. Here we have Leoric coming out here. Duck going to go land and try to reclaim this shrine, but they could be he could be ambushed up here.
Yeah, it looks like we do have 3 heroes down here right now, and 2 Merc camps pushing this bottom lane, but MRR is down here in force as well. Should be able to clean this all up.
And they are backing up now. It looks like Sylvanas wanted to come up here and try to take that shrine at the top right, but Arthas is going to zone her back out.
Well, it looks like DK is going to be able to take this bottom shrine. That means that they have that middle area.
Here
but
we
wait,
go!
Where is MRR right now? This is actually really bad news. And the Dragon Knight has been captured.
They just take it so quickly, so easily.
Yeah, level 20 has been gained, though, so definitely possible that MRR can take this fight.
Well, let's see what they're going to do here. Note Sniper being pretty cautious. They just want to chip through mid keep and bottom keep, and they pretty much have an opening.
Yeah, they should be able to get through the keep, I would say. But, you know, they're sacrificing a lot of health on this Dragon Knight. You can see everyone being very careful about going forward here. This is a good defensive position for MRR.
They might be getting ready for the Devouring Maw we've seen here. Oh!
And a beautiful kick, blowing up Sylvanas once again so quickly. A lot of damage being put onto Sonya there. But Malfurion with that Tranquility, turning it on. Arthas taking a lot of damage on SC.
Very nicely done. They're continuing to press forward right now. And I believe he actually punted Vala out when she was in the middle of a heroic. Did you see that?
Oh, I didn't see it. That's awesome.
And so she's not going to have it that for a little bit, unless I missaw that. But I believe that's what actually happened there. Keep in mind, Sniper. All right, there they go. They did it. Both keeps are down.
Ouch. That's so painful.
The core
here.
is essentially naked right now. It's going to be very easy to come in there and do tons of damage, possibly close out this game. Back over at Team DK's base, untouched.
You know, Team DK's map rotations this game have been absolutely fantastic. They've just outdone them in every way. The fact that after really bruising that bottom keep, they go back, get a bunch of Merc camps, and both the shrines and then the Dragon Knight while MRR is still clearing lanes is like, wow, you guys are really on top of your game here today.
Yeah, they're looking so good. Here they go. They're going to get these Knights, no problem. They might even run over there and try to get the Knights on the side of MRR.
I feel like at this point, you know, with 20s on both sides, everyone has their full abilities. They have to be a little bit careful about where they run. Do they risk something like this? It looks like Zagara are going to go ahead and check if they're there, and it looks like, yes, they want to. They're getting in here. Joanna on top of everything. They clear that Merc camp. Will they actually cap it, though?
Here they go. They're coming in. The Maw has been set down. Sonya coming here, soaking up a ton of damage. Nice stun there by Uther. Also, Johanna with a great condemn, but Johanna getting so low.
And a Storm Shield going off, keeping everyone alive for the time being. Tranquility is up on Malfurion right now. Nice Ice Block trying to keep Sonya alive. Sonya going so low. Sonya does explode.
Johanna somehow still alive in this game here, but Leoric is going to die the last second. Noblesse just has like 2 HP or something insane.
Seriously, it's crazy.
Sylvanas escapes Malfurion. I think they could have tagged him, but he does manage to get back over there. That's 2 takedowns to none. Team DK looking indestructible.
They really are. It's pretty crazy.
I can't believe the
power of this team is insane. Like, they are playing so well. How many times have we seen Noblesse get away with, like,
seriously,
1 health? Sure, he has indestructible, but still, like, 1 health there.
In any situation, Noblesse has this elastic health. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, he's just... it just stretches to anything, any situation that he wants to be in. And he seems to be very good at just gauging that perfectly because it's such a good bait, right? When Johanna's that low. No, well, hold up here before we talk about that. Nice rooting there on Uther. Ghosting away is Leoric. Leoric bouncing back. And a disengage there from Team DK as they really only need to have that shrine. And it's actually going to have to be, it's going to have to be
Well,
yeah.
Oh, man, look at all this damage going down. Malfurion dying in a matter of seconds.
They're getting the dragon right now, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
This is, I mean, MRR, they grabbed a bunch of really good heroes, but they aren't able to put these team fights together whatsoever.
Not at all. They just don't have the coordination. By the way, there's actually mercenaries hitting the core right now.
Yeah, no, the game just has to be over. The Dragon Knight just going to right-click here, as we were talking about. Look at this. We're over 20 minutes, over level 20. Noble S can solo this core at this point. With his teammates coming in and Malfurion down, there's just no sustain for MRR to fight this.
Yeah, they're too good. The Divine Shield there on Jaina. Meaningless punt there. But it looks like, yeah, Sonya is going to be taken out as they just spread away. GG!
And
game
that.
number 1 going to Team DK.
Well, I tell you, they looked fantastic right there. That was really